That is the way we play.
So we'll make sure still, again, waiting and make sure everything is going good. And we went through so many games this weekend. We did nearly 6-7 hours on Friday. We had a full day yesterday. Of course, all the matches just absolutely phenomenal. Didn't really see, like, bad matches, Dave. You know,
it's true, yeah. And, you know, while we have this break, I want to go ahead and load up some of the games that we didn't get the chance to see. I'm going to go ahead and load up LiquidJinro versus Liquid. This is a game that I've talked about several times, just so we have, you know, a little ways to get introduced to some of Jinro's unorthodoxness that has been going on in this tournament. So
and this is actually a pretty interesting build. I know that you were, when we were watching it this morning, or you were watching it, you're kind of giving me the play-by-play, and you kind of like this build that Jinro had.
Yeah, so we're right now going to look at a replay between Liquid and LiquidJinro. This was from the octofinals or the quarterfinals up in the winner's bracket. Jinro playing on Lost Temple. This was the first game. Obviously, this is going to be a good map for Terran because of the Thor drop. And even in these positions, Rhett is painfully aware of that. And, I mean, I just really, really love this opening because Jinro did the absolute complete unexpected. This is a build that is almost so obvious that it's kind of funny that no one has really done it yet. He said drinking water. Fantastic. So we do see that there is this refinery going down for LiquidJinro. And here comes the barracks. Now, of course, for any of you who are curious, this is not going to be a shoutcasted match, as we obviously have the time right there. So there's the spoiler already up. And we kind of know that Jinro wins this because he's in the grand final right now. But this is something that we do plenty of times on the Day 9 Daily, a little show that many of you may have seen every now and again. Where we, oh, yeah, thank you, crowd. Thank you for the support. There's like 5 guys out there who like it. Yeah, I love those 5 guys. But really, where we do a lot more analysis thinking about why these builds are very good and what players are doing right. Now, Jinro is doing the good old barracks gas, getting an orbital command, and then he is throwing down a tech lab. And this was a little surprising to me because when I initially saw this, I thought, well, is he going some sort of Reaper opening? Because that's usually the more typical transition. But I just want to show you how simple this is. It's going to finish, and then there's going to be Marine and Stim. He just gets Stim really fast because that's a good thing to have, obviously. So we're going to see Rhett. Ooh, looks like Jinro did manage to pick off a drone and is going to end up backing off here. Now, Rhett's doing all the good old normal pizzazz, getting his queens up, going to be getting that Zergling speed eventually. Jinro going 1 racks fast Stim straight into command center, and you're going to see why this is so clever in a little bit, because initially it seems a little suspect because he's going to come out with a handful of Marines. He's going to have like 5 Marines plus Stim. He does look a little vulnerable to Baneling bust, but obviously there's no Baneling bust coming because he scouted his opponent. And he can push forward here and do a little bit of damage to the Queen. We even see Zerglings being made by Rhett when ordinarily he would want to make drones. And there we see that the Stim pack is finishing. Can't do anything because there's a Spine Crawler. So immediately we see Jinro ends up getting Combat Shield at the Tech Lab. And this is so clever because he doesn't have that many units. We're still very low in food. Look at, we see Rhett about 10 food ahead. That's kind of normal for Zerg. But we do see the double reactor going down and then a factory. Getting these 3 barracks up, we even saw Boxer do against Fruit Dealer at BlizzCon. Tried to do the same little push, but this is going to be predominantly Marines, but super strong Marines. That Combat Shield is already done. And we want to go back to production here. We're going to see all of these guys pop out of the bunker in a moment. See a Spire going down. This is the ordinary time for a Spire, right? This is nothing exceptional about this. He did manage to get his lair up. There's the Baneling nest. Everything is as it should be in Rhett's base, but look at how early this push is coming out. This is at the key time when Zerg is making final drones to saturate, final drones to get this extractor up. Doesn't want to be making larva, doesn't want to be making anything because he wants to be saving his larva for that Spire, but here comes Jinro with a very small, very strong push right at the start of the game, and he can do all sorts of poking. And look at 14 lings being made, and Jinro just moves forward and moves right back again. If your opponent doesn't make a lot of lings, doesn't do any of this, then you can easily just attack and win because you do have this super force, and then Jinro is going to go back to playing passively. So I did think that that was a very clever little way to open. And shortly thereafter, a whole bunch of tanks came out, and he won the game. Hey, it looks like we're going into the finals.
Oh, hey, that's good news. We have been giving the clearance to go ahead and get this game back underway. And I'm just as excited as you guys are having that pause right there. We get to see the last 30 minutes of the movie. And we'll be inviting Jinro in just a moment. And there we go.
Oh, perfect. Now, DJ Wheat, I was wondering if you could ask me a question.
Sure, I would love to ask you a question.
Ask me if I'm ready for this finals match.
Oh, Day 9, are you ready for this finals match?
Oh! I'm so pumped and ready. My mother is a wonderful woman and my father is a Sasquatch. We will be going directly into game 4. Into game 5 here.
This is game 5. Jinro is in the lead 3-1. We're back on Steps of War. We already asked you if you were ready, Day. Let's go ahead, make sure that the players are ready, and then we will go into it. This is the grand finals here at the StarCraft 2 competition of the MLG 2010 National Championships, and it looks like both players are ready. Yes, it does look like both players are ready. Here
Fantastic.
We go.
There's the good luck, have fun, and the good game. TT1 just adjusting his headphones for this match. This is going to be game 5, attempt number 2. We are all praying here that the server stability works. And we are at 0 seconds in the countdown.
And don't forget, this is actually game point for Jinro here. Should he win this matchup.
And it looks like the game is still trying to begin again. The servers are failing on us. Oh, no.
I didn't relog when that happened. I don't know, maybe you should go ahead and do that.
Probably going to have all players log back off and log back on again. Apparently, these servers work a lot like an internet modem. If you unplug it and plug it back in, it actually fixes everything. But we actually have a lock. We went to 987 all the way down to 0, and then it's still at 0. And it looks like just TJ Wheat's computer is loading into the game. We can see on TT1's screen as he is still in the lobby. I am still in the lobby. Maybe we'll end up logging in one at a time, but you know what? I'm going to try the log out, log back in trick.
Okay.
And there we go. I have logged off the servers. So currently, I even see myself still listed in the game. So again, we are terribly sorry about this, but this is a problem external to the rest of us. We are all going to be exiting the game completely. Hopefully, the servers will be able to stay online. Again, we are terribly sorry, but, you know, it happens. And there's nothing we can do about it. So we're going to keep an upbeat mood. I'm going to keep flexing and bursting from my shirt.
We'll just do that every single time there's an issue. It'll be like, it's okay.
It's okay. I'm opening back into Battle.net 2.0.
So we are going to go ahead and log out, close it completely, get back in here, and we will get started. As you know, this does still we still have the extended series going on. Of course, this is a 3-1 status right here, and I am getting back in as well. Day.
Yep, it looks like I have logged back on. We're going to have every single player completely exit the game and log back in because there seemed to be some sort of crash earlier on. So we are actually going to create an extra special event for everyone, a 1v1 between Day 9 and DJ Wheat lag purposes, but for the record, I'm going to win.
No, you are. For the record, you will win. We're going to go ahead and just use it to test here.
So I'm going to go ahead and create on perhaps the greatest map ever made, Desert Oasis. So that way we can duke it out 1v1 styling. And we'll just see if everything is ending up working properly. So, yeah, looks like DJ Wheat has logged in successfully. I am trying to host the game right now. A little bit of wackiness going on with our connectivity. Well, actually, our connectivity is fine because, again, everyone from home can see us on the internet. But it seems that the servers for SC2 are not working well with us today. And, looks like we are still having some issues with these servers.
So we will go ahead. I can start the game here.
I'd like to join. We're friends. You know, and that's one of my favorite parts about SC2 is that if you make, I can just pop on in. whether you wanted me to or not.
What
like, hey,
map
I'm
did
here.
you want to test on?
Desert Oasis, as a matter of fact, because that map is awesome.
You like Desert Oasis. All right.
So it looks like you and I are getting to duke it out. You know what? I'm going to choose the random pieces. I will be choosing yellow, as that is my mighty color. Random's not really going to help because you're actually sitting next to me. Jinro, of course, smartly telling me to make sure I set it to busy. And let's see what race I spawn as right here. And it looks like...
Oh, don't tell me.
There's us. See, you can even see my hand. That's my hand. Hi, there's my other hand. Hey, look, he has antlers. Oh, a Zerg versus Zerg.
Wait, why'd you tell me? I was going to scout you.
Oh, that's okay. My Overlord's going to meet yours in the middle of the map.
Maybe I'm going to send it somewhere else now.
Now, my mouse sensitivity... it looks like people are desperately wanting to see me play my Zerg, my yellow Zerg, with my smooth styling. Yes, of course. I'm going to be doing this with mouse only.
Why are you six-pooling, Day?
I'm making drones because, you know what, I think about the long term of the game. I'm always thinking ahead. And in my eyes, if I six-pool, I can't enjoy crushing you for 20 to 30 minutes in a row. Now, of course, notice that I'm not even using my left hand because much of my talking ability comes from my left hand. We're going to go ahead and do a little technique called the double extractor trick, which is, of course, a very effective way to get a good amount of drones early. And, you know, now, one thing to know, I'm not going to be playing 300 APM wheat because this is supposed to be interactive, I think. This is an interactive gaming experience. I'm going to go ahead and overload on 12.
It's a slaughter. How can it be interactive?
I'll go ahead and send this Overlord down here to this bottom right corner. I keep wanting to, like, oh. And in perfect time, did you see the timing? Right when the Overlord hatches, I am done telling Jinro that I'm actually in a game, and my gas guys was late. This is actually pretty tragic, I think, that I forgot this guy's, because I need a lot of gas to get these Mutalisks up. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and build my spawning pool here, partially blocking my own geyser, but creating a little bit of a wall, because you know how important spine crawlers are on Desert Oasis.
Of course.
No doubt. I'm going to go ahead and be continuing
to
make drones.
Is that why I should make like 10 of them as soon as my pool pops?
That's true. Now, technically what I could do is I could make some units right now. I could do something like make Zerglings, say, but I just need to look on Wheat's screen to see that he has no larvae saved at all. Looks like his pool is about 80% completion. He is mining gas. And you know what? If I'm going to be playing, I got to make sure that my gameplay looks right. Let's go ahead and, yep. Perfect. Now, I want those always on. Yeah, that's great. Oops, forgot an Overlord while I'm in the menu. A common technique, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Are those lings? Could you click on that egg for me?
Yeah,
that's
lings.
Oh, my goodness. It's a pair of Zerglings. Okay, but that's fine. It is Desert Oasis, so I'm going to have probably a few centuries to be able to get this done.
My Zerglings have wings.
They do? Oh, looks like Wheat is trying to research speed. But watch this. Let me just actually throw down this roach warren here. Look at that nice little wall. Come on, drone. Come on. Out of the way. Come on, little guys. Okay, we want to put one right here. And I actually do have all the time in the world to do this because Wheat is not actually sending the lings over. I'm just going to continue to make drones. Again, mouse only. Pro game. You know, well, I'm a commentator, Wheat. It's important that everyone knows what's happening on both sides because I'm not biased, except when people I like are playing. So, since I am probably my favorite person in the world, I think I'm executing this pretty well at this point in time. I'm going to go ahead and be making a drone.